He openly stares at me, mouth slightly opened in awe. You know, Waltz, it's very rude to stare. Hey internet, it's Jessica and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon with Waltz's Root, and I believe we are finally at the ending now because we're in chapter 10. So, I hope nothing terrible happens because I have a feeling someone else is gonna die in this route, but we'll see. When I enter the room, Mother's the first person I see. She is sitting so regally on the throne, but as I draw closer, I notice how pale she has become since I last saw her. My gaze shifts to Waltz, who is kneeling beside her like a loyal servant, a rope lightly binding him in place. Waltz! Lucette, you shouldn't have come here. Mother flicks her wrist, tightening Waltz's bounds. Hush now. My mind is racing as I desperately try to conjure a plan. If Waltz has yet to escape, it must be because his bindings are stopping him from using his magic. If I can just break Mother's concentration, perhaps I can free him. But how do I do that? A terrible pain travels through my chest and makes my heart throb. I put a hand to my chest and grimace. It feels like some part of me has suddenly become severed. This feeling, could it be that the shield I built around the palace has been destroyed? Oh, it seems like we have visitors. Visitors? Who is it? Oh no! No! One of them is gonna die! I know it! It's Parfait probably! The door flies open and Parfait suddenly walks in, face stern. Dolores strides in beside her. Why are you here? Everyone outside! It's safe. Garland, Jiren, and Karma are doing their best to evacuate them to their homes. They will be safer there. And then there's you! You did a very foolish thing, striding in here on your own. How sad. I had expected there to be more reinforcements, but it's just you two. We don't need any army to stop you, Hildur. Mother's lips curl into a tight frown. Bold words. But I might remind you that I'm the one with the hostage. If I see any of you move a finger, I will end this boy's life. Mother turns to me once again and snickers. And I'm pretty sure my daughter here wouldn't like that. Would you, love? Oh my god! The mother's so evil! My eyes meet Waltz. He shakes his head at me, eyes gleaming with insistence. No doubt he wants me to put myself over him, but I came here to save him. No matter how much I try to think of myself out of this, it seems impossible. In the end, I am still weak, and I am useless. Now, where were we? Lucette, don't do what she says! Oh god. The rest of Dolores' word becomes muffled when Mother flicks her wrist and causes a glass wall to rise between us. Hildur! Dolores' voice sounds as if it's echoing from afar away. Quiet. Parfait holds up her hand and magic begins to sparkle at her fingertips. Before she can form any spell, Mother twirls her fingers and tightens Waltz's magic bindings. Waltz cries out in pain as he collapses to the floor. Waltz! Hildur, please stop this! Parfait approaches the glass wall and places a palm on top of it. Are you not growing tired of this, Hildur? The humans have already suffered so much for what they have done in the past. Is that still not enough? Humans are fickle creatures. That is why they cannot be trusted. Nothing can ever change how I perceive of them anymore, Faye. There is a shadow of sadness on Mother's face, but it only momentarily. I think the real Mother is still in there, but since she's so twisted for like how many years already? How old is Lucette? Like 17 years, right? So I'm gonna assume like 18 to 20 years she's already corrupted. I know what Parfait is trying to do. She's trying to reach like her real side, but it's like too late for it, you know? Because she's so hurt by the fact that the humans treated the witches terribly, so... Like, I'd be willing to forgive the Mother if she just calmed the hell down, my god. I cherished the humans, even respected them, yet they destroyed my kind out of fear for some silly story. If it had not been for that human bard, it would have never come to this. Hans already paid dearly for his mistakes when a witch murdered him. But you just know it just as well as I, he was trying to mend his mistakes. Mother stomps her feet to the floor with a scowl. His death has changed nothing. Hildur! Silence, Faye. You will never understand the feeling of being feared and hated. Mother turns to me again, her eyes cold. See, that's the thing with villains that, Can I just say, that's the thing with villains. Like, they don't see, like, their work as, like, evil, because her idea is she's trying to get revenge for the witches because they were treated so unfairly. It's kind of like, if you guys know X-Men, which is my favorite comic, it's kind of like Magneto. He's trying to do, like, the thing for the mutants, you know, with the Brotherhood and whatever, but in reality it's not, like, helping because you're killing humans and you're protecting only the mutants. That's what she's doing. She's just thinking that all humans are terrible just because of what happened before. And I think that's why I like this route also, because there's a lot of character development. Even if we've only seen the mother for a short amount of time, it's more elaborate on her reasons why she's so evil rather than the other routes. She comes out of nowhere, she's like, oh, it's me again, I'm the evil witch who started the war. Rather in this one, she's just like, it's because of what the humans did to us. You will never understand my pain. And I think that's really good writing right there for character development with the mother. Mother turns to me again, her eyes cold. Now, are you ready to return what is rightfully mine, Lucette? I look at Parfait and Delora, then at Waltz. I cannot give my powers back to Mother. Now when I know what she will do when she is the Tenebrae bearer again. But I cannot let her kill Waltz either. If these fools here have not changed you, I would have no qualms about letting you remain the Tenebrae bearer. I don't believe that, okay? No. I raised you to be the perfect queen. All that I did to prepare you for the crown. Mother knows best. Mother. That's it. If I can pretend that I'm going to be on her side, then maybe I can buy enough time to save Waltz. Maybe Parfait will come up with an idea. I glance at Waltz. My heart aches when our gazes meet once again. Forgive me, Waltz, but this is the only plan I have right now. I take a deep breath and face Mother once again. You're right. I should have listened to you. I want to go back to the way we were, Mother. What are you doing? Lucette! I ignore Waltz and Delora's voices and only focus on Mother. You have always been right, Mother. I remember the disdain looks that the people gave me earlier. Even after I saved everyone, they still wish I would die. I was so scared. Yes, now you see. I only wanted to protect you from those cruel humans, my daughter. You kept me away from everyone. I was alone. I'm sorry, Mother. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, but you need to go back to sleep forever. Ooh, dang! Only then do I realize that I'm crying, not because I need her forgiveness, but because there's no helping her. The only way to help my mother is to make her disappear. She cannot be saved anymore. Yeah, that's really sad if you think about it, because Lucette, obviously you want to save your own mother, right? Even if she's, like, not really a good person. I just wanted to be loved and accepted. Mother stands up from the throne and slowly walks towards me, her arms spread. And in my arms you will always be. Lucette, the Martian accepted you for who you are. No. You were all forced to accept me because you knew what would happen if I stayed the way I was. You were afraid that I would end up like Mother. Lucette, you were right. I am like Mother. We are related by blood after all. You are right, Lucette. You are my sweet and perfect, wonderfully obedient, and as any daughter ought to be. I was blinded by the Martian's lies once, but I realize now no one loves me as you do, Mother. Lucette. The pain in Waltz's voice is unbearable, but I do not look at him. I do not flinch away when Mother stops in front of me and wraps her arms around me. Gone is the warmth I thought I felt whenever she hugged me. Right now, Mother's embrace is cold as ice. Will you still accept me, Mother? Of course, Lucette. When Mother pulls back, the smile on her face is bright and beautiful. This is how I remember her, filled with love for me. I knew you would return to me. There are so many things I have planned for the two of us, but... You need to prove yourself worthy of my love and trust once more. What? Mother's eyes gleam. Prove to me that you choose in me, my darling. Mother turns around to gesture at Waltz. Wow, no! Do we have to kill him or something? Oh my god, this bitch! Kill the traitor. My heart sinks. This wasn't part of the plan. What should I do now? I know the one offensive spell, but I do not want to hurt Waltz. But you haven't perfected it yet. But what you can do is enough to hurt and paralyze your enemy for a short time. I can pretend to cast it on Waltz and direct it at Mother. Waltz told me before it is impossible to cast two shields at the same time. Mother already used one shield, so she cannot cast another shield on herself, unless she dispels the first. But with the two of us being so close, I am likely to hurt myself as well. Oh no, I close my eyes mindset. This is not the time to be worrying about myself. I just have to hope this opening is big enough to give everyone the opportunity that they need. For you, Mother, I will do anything. I extend my hand and allow the energy to gather my fingertips. Impressive that you were able to learn this deadly and powerful magic in such a short span. This spell will be befitted end for the traitor. Who said don't? Oh no, what are you doing? Parfait attempts to break down the glass wall separating us with a spell, but it only cracks the surface. By the time you destroy that wall, it will be too late, Faye. Can't do this, Lucette. Delora now joins Parfait in trying to destroy the wall that Mother has built. I ignore them and focus on my spell until I feel a familiar current of energy pulsate in my arm. It is now ready. Now, say goodbye to the traitor. Goodbye. I hold up my hand to Mother just as I release the energy. Mother. I do not give Mother any time to react. The electricity crackles in the air just as the spell makes contact with her body. Yeah! Take that, you freaking witch! Because we are so close to each other, I too feel the impact of electricity as it trickles through me. I collapse onto the ground, tears in my eyes. It hurts so much! Lucette! How could you do this to me, Lucette? I blink away the tears to see Mother lying on the floor opposite to me. Her face is filled with rage as she looks at me. Out of the corner of my eyes, I notice that the glass wall has disappeared, and Waltz is already on his way towards me. The binding made of light are gone. Waltz lifts me up and then moves me to one of the corners of the room. The sensation of pain spreading through my body like it's being prickled with 100 needles. Waltz tucks my hair back, his features creased with worry. Parfait walks to where Mother is and casts a binding spell around her while Delora rushes to my side. That was a dangerous stunt you just pulled, Lucette. It was the only thing I could think of. I blink away the tears as I felt another fit of pain. This is all I could manage. Lucette, hang in there. I look at Parfait with pleading eyes. Wait, what if Lucette dies? What? I didn't even think about that. Parfait, please end this. Please save Mother from herself. Parfait slowly stands and walks towards Mother. I was the only one who truly loved you, Lucette. Yet you did this to me? Do you really think these fools cared about you just as much as I did? No, you're wrong. I had people who loved me, but you took them away from me. I refuse you to let you steal anyone anymore. Parfait stretches out her hand, her whole body begins to emanate a soft glow. I wish it didn't end this way, Hildur. You were making a big mistake protecting these humans who destroyed my kind, Faye. You are no different than those humans, Hildur. Violence does not beget more violence. I can feel the tears on my cheeks as I look at Mother's still form. She dead? Lucette, you don't have to see this. But Waltz pushes my hand over my eyes, blinding me. You've already seen enough darkness. I can feel the oh dang! Oh, she's really dead. Oh. I can feel an explosion of energy around me. A chilling current runs through the air, carrying Mother's scream into my ears. A soft energy begins to flow through my body. Mother's power from the Tenebrium. Mother is gone. When Waltz draws his hand away and I am able to glance at where Mother was just a moment ago, there is nothing but specks of silver dust. Parfait stands over the ashes crying. I'm so sorry. Another shockwave of pain courses through my body. This time I feel it attack my consciousness. I feel myself fading away. Lucette! Let me sleep. Just for a little while. Oh dang! I feel bad for the Mother this time because she actually admits that like the reason why she's doing it, and rather than I'm just gonna kill everybody, you know what I mean? So I feel bad for the Mother in this one. One day you'll become the queen, my love.
Just like Mother?
Yes, just like me.
Will you be there when I become queen?
Of course, I will always be by your side.
Forever?
Forever.
I love you, Mother.
Aww, that's so sad. I love you too, Lucette. When I open my eyes, the first thing I see is Waltz. He's leaning over me, anxiety clearly etched on his face. Waltz? Thank goodness you're finally awake. I slowly inspect my surroundings, only realize that I'm back at my old room in the Martian. I try to remember how I got here, but my memories are hazy. What happened? You passed out and haven't been sleeping for 3 days. 3 days? I push myself onto the bed and wince. My body is unusually heavy. Waltz places a hand on my shoulder and gently eases me back onto the pillow. You're still weak. You need more rest. I close my eyes and try to remember what happened. That's right. I was trying to save Waltz from Mother. Parfait and Delora came to save us, and then it is over. I open my eyes and stare at Waltz. Right? Waltz reaches for my hand, smiling as he gently squeezes it. Yes. My vision blurs as tears begin to sting my eyes. I hope Mother's in a better place now. A place where she doesn't have to suffer anymore. Waltz leans over and kisses my forehead. I'm sure she is. Waltz begins to fill me in on the details of everything that transpired after I passed out. Alcaster was officially declared dead. At first there was a commotion as the people considered what Mother would do to them now she wore the crown. The roars only stopped when they found out that Mother was truly gone. Fritz was locked up on account of being a possible danger to everyone. Oh my god, dude! Waltz doesn't even get like a happy ending, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Everyone has been waiting for a verdict from me to decide what to do with him. I fall asleep not long after Waltz's explanation. Well, now that Lucettes the bear, at least she can break his curse, but still, the dude's in jail! I feel so bad for him! Every root! When I open my eyes again, I am alone in my room. I shiver as I sit up, head foggy. I rub my hands over my arms and attempt to will away some of the cold. Something feels off. I slowly step out of bed and begin to head for the door, but before I even lay my hand on the knob, the door opens on its own. Oh, you're finally awake! Parfait. I don't think you should be up right now. You should still be resting. Parfait lends me back to the bed. How are you feeling? I look to Parfait's face, now realizing how paper white her skin has become. The circles under her eyes are even darker than they were before. Tired, but I will be fine. But you do not look well. I will be fine. I wanted to talk to you today if you are feeling up to listening. What is this all about? I wanted to apologize for forcing you to shoulder the heavy burden cursed by our mistakes, both Hilder's and mine. Back then, I did not have the heart to stop Hilder. If I had only defeated her then, none of this would have happened. Parfait reaches out and cups my face with her hands. Your dedication and kindness saved us all, Lucette. The future will be brighter with you as the Tenebrium's bearer. But what if I become corrupted by darkness? What if... Parfait places a finger on my lips and smiles. No, you are different, Lucette. Unlike Hilder, you are surrounded by people who love you. Those people are filled with light that will drive away whatever darkness invades your heart. That is why I know you'll be alright. Parfait smiles at me gently. It is a beautiful, shining smile, one that glows bright even as I begin to notice the rest of Parfait's body. No! Is she No! She's dying! What? Parfait, your body is... Parfait's smile becomes more melancholy. I thought I would start to disappear soon. My heart aches as I hold tight onto Parfait's arm with shaking hands. What are you saying? Fairies and witches do not age physically and live longer, but that does not mean we are perfectly immortal. The body can only take so much damage before it finally withers away. But you can't disappear! You said before you had no air! Because that is what I wanted everyone to believe. Don't worry, Lucette. What? What does that mean? When I'm gone, one of my relatives will take over the responsibility of bearer. Tears well up in my eyes as I stare at Parfait. I've already lost too many people. Parfait, I can't lose you too. We were going to work together to bring back the balance between the crystals. You still have so much to teach me. I'm sorry, Lucette. I would have loved to stay with you a bit longer, but my time here is up. Parfait continues to grow more translucent even as my hand slips through her arm. I try to reach for her again, but I can no longer touch her. Parfait! I already said my farewells to everyone else earlier. You are the last, and the most important person I must say goodbye to. Thank you for putting everything to rest, Lucette. Parfait closes her eyes and her lips curl into a gentle smile, even as she begins to fade into pure light. No! What? Oh, come on! I thought we got away with it, like no more deaths. Like, oh god. Parfait, no! I reach for her again, but when I pull my hands back, they are covered in gold dust. The gentle dust floats in the air before where Parfait was a moment ago. Be strong and be kind, Lucette. Oh man, no! What the heck? A few days after Parfait's passing, I went back to my training. My goal was to expel everyone's Fairytale Curse once and for all. After more than a week of intensive training with Waltz and Delora, I am able to completely dispel the Fairytale Curse from the Crystalline Tenebrium. Now the Fairytale Curse is non-existent, and it cannot be casted again in Angielle. This is the only way the first steps I take in dismantling all the damage Mother has done, but it's a step forward. And now, with that done, I feel it is time to return to the palace. As the only blood of the heir on the throne, I have a responsibility to uphold and promise to fulfill. Ophelia, Rod, and Emlyn returned to the palace a couple of days ago. Durin and Garland went with them so that they could act as security. Fritz has been pardoned and now resumes his duty at the palace. He is no longer my personal knight. I opted to stay behind so that I could spend one last day with everyone at the tavern. I realized how many friends I have made over the last few months. I never thought it would be so sad to part with all these people, but now that everything is back to normal, we have no reason to stay in the marsh together day in and out. And so you sure you do not want to try to work for the palace again? You would make a wonderful royal chef.
Thank you so much for the offer, Princess, but as much as I love to cook, I prefer working more with medicine. I would like to train under Chevalier so I can one day become a doctor. Aww. I looked to Rumple Chevalier as he flashed a smile at me. When his curse was dispelled, he remembered his real name, Chevalier. It had been difficult to get used to. Not only that, but his personality has mellowed somewhat. Take good care of Anise. But of course. And I hope next time we meet, you will not try to flirt with me. Chevalier snorts and crosses his arms, but he sees a hint of mischief in his smile. I'll try my best, though I make no promises. I roll my eyes at him, and he responds with an easy laugh. I, too, am soon laughing along with him. A laughing princess, what a sight for sore eyes. This will definitely take some getting used to. I scowl at him. Seeing you in men's clothing will take some getting used to as well. Well, try your best not to fall for my handsome face. Right. So what are you planning to do? Karma looks away and rubs the back of his neck. Well, I'll just go back to my kingdom and hope that I don't find my name on a gravestone. Either way, I have a lot of explaining to do. Delora, where will you go now? Well, for starters, I plan on talking to all the good witches I know who are still in hiding. I'm sure they'll be happy to know that they can finally come back to Angielle. They'll even be happier to know that we have a capable bearer. My heart sinks at remembering Parfait. If she was still here, she would be talking about how we both need to do our best to maintain the balance between the crystals. What if I fail at being a capable bearer? Impossible, especially with Waltz there by your side. Oh, but speaking of which, where's Waltz? All of us glance around in a circle. He left so quietly none of us even realize. I'll go look for him. I move to the forest, feeling he might be here, seeking some kind of quiet solace. Sure enough, I find him staring up at the sky with his eyes full of melancholy. Waltz? Oh. Hi there, little star. Are we leaving now? We will be leaving soon. You suddenly disappeared, so I came to look for you. Waltz's lips tug into a smile tingled with sadness. Sorry, I just thought the sky was so clear today. I had to come out and marvel at it. That's not a very convincing lie. Waltz looks up again, his smile slipping. Waltz, are you alright? Really alright? I'm a little sad. Sad? Hildur killed my family when I was still young. I have been yearning to be a part of a family ever since then. When we became friends long ago, you were the closest thing to a family that I had. When we were pulled apart, I met Lady Parfait and was accepted the Martian. Now that it's time for everyone to leave, I realize how sad I am. I've lived here since I was first cursed. Everyone in the Martian has become my family. I move to stand beside him, then reach out to take his hand. His fingers weave their way through mine. I owe Lady Parfait so much. She gave me a family and reunited us. I owe her a lot too. Waltz turns to me and smiles. Sorry if I worried you. Shall we go back to the palace now? The palace? Not before you say your own goodbyes. I was planning on it. I just had to compose myself out here first. Compose? It's hard to imagine Waltz in tears. Well then, we'll say our goodbyes, and then you can open one of your portals. How about we walk to the palace? I shrink back in his suggestion. You know how much the townspeople despise me. I know it's important that I build a relationship with them before I become the new queen, but I do not think I'm ready for that yet. Walt's smile is reassuring. Oh? But I have something important to show you in town. Something important? You'll see when we get there. But Waltz brings my hand to his lips and kisses my knuckles. I'll be by your side, little star. So there's nothing to fear. Aww, that's sweet. I stare up at Waltz for a few moments before finally nodding my head. Okay. We return to the Martian temporarily to say our final farewells. After that, Waltz and I walk into town in silence. I am in awe when we enter the plaza. I notice immediately that something is different. There is a lily decoration hanging around the square and all throughout the streets. I wonder why all these lilies are here. The people in our immense vicinity turn to look at me, their conversation going silent as they notice me. It is as I thought. Of course they still fear me. Big sister! I turn to the sound of the voice and I notice little girls that I've played with once before running towards us. She almost makes it to us before a woman I assume to be her mother pulls her back. I'm surprised when the mother's hands her the daughter a bouquet of lilies and whispers something to her before releasing her. The little girl nods before running up to me. I bend down so that I'm eye level and am shocked when she suddenly throws her arms around my neck. Thank you, big sister! The girl pulls back and hands me the bouquet of lilies. My mama says thank you as well! I stare at her, still baffled. Before glancing at her mother, the woman nods to me, then dips into a soft bow. I take the bouquet from the girl and stand up. I can only stare on, still shocked, as more townspeople approach me with lilies in their hand. Oh, that's so nice! Waltz, what's going on? This is what I wanted to show you. Huh? The townspeople have been planning this for days. They asked me to make sure you pass through town on this day so that they can give you their message. Message? I turn back to the people gathered around me and notice that they're all still holding flowers with bright smiles on their faces. The silence is gone, replaced by excited chatter and bright laughter. On the count of 3! He starts counting, and at the end of his countdown, the townsfolk throw up flowers in the air. The delicate petals flutter down on Waltz and I, showering us in gentle color. Then, all at once, they begin to say some phrase, their voices mingling to create the most harmonious and overwhelming greeting I have ever received. Thank you! You risked your life to save us, despite how we treated you. We misjudged you, Your Highness. Please forgive us. We knew that we had to give you a grand thank you for all that you have done for us, so we planned this. So the lily decorations... They're a celebration of you, the soon-to-be queen. I feel tears gathering in my eyes and I quickly wipe them away with the back of my hand. But there is nothing to apologize for. I was the one at fault. We judged you harshly, and we had no right to. The past doesn't matter anymore. We decided to change it for better. From now on, you have our full cooperation, just as we helped the previous king. So too shall we help you, Your Highness. Everyone, thank you. Will do my best to continue the reign of peace my father started. The people's eyes are filled with hope as they hand me lily bouquets. My hands are quickly filled, and Waltz ends up having to take the majority of them. We continue towards the palace, the crowd cheering behind us. That's so nice! I like that! Oh, that's so nice! It has been 2 months since I returned to the palace. Since I have been working non-stop so that I can better familiarize myself with the running kingdom, I have been studying day and night, trying not to broaden my knowledge of the kingdom. I have had help from many people, and I've come a long way. Today I was officially crowned as the new Queen of Angielle. My determination has only grown since then. I have been trying to take my responsibilities as seriously as I possibly can. But for the time being, I have a space to breathe. A dinner celebration has been planned for the night, and I am on my way to the room to prepare. Everyone will be there. I cannot wait to see them again. Lucette! I turn to see Emmeline running towards me. I notice that Rod is trailing behind her. What's the matter? You seem to be in a hurry. What's the matter? The party's only a few hours away and you're still not dressed. This isn't really a dire circumstance. It has been months, but it is still so strange to hear Rod's voice actually coming from his own mouth. Please calm down, Emmeline! Even though Rod has his own voice back, he still keeps Debbie with him. The stuffed rabbit sometimes throw his little comments here and there. But it is! This event is very important! It will not take me 2 hours to prepare, Emmeline. But it might. You're the queen now, and you must look regal tonight. I raise an eyebrow at her. 2 hours is a little excessive, and I'm not planning to do anything over special tonight. But don't you want to at least look pretty for Waltz? What are you talking about? Mother and I want to make you shine so bright Waltz won't be able to take his eyes off of you. Emmeline. I won't take no for an answer this time. She turns to Rod with a mischievous grin. We'll be done soon. I'll see you later, Rod. Without waiting for my reply, Emmeline grabs my hands and pulls me into the room. And with that, I'm done. Can't believe it took so long just to put makeup on. Did not think making myself like this would be enjoyable, but doing this with Ophelia and Emmeline was fun. You look so beautiful, Lucette. You really do look the part of a queen. Isn't this too much? Not at all. You should take pride in doing yourself up like this sometimes. You have a lovely face, Lucette. If you insist. Now that we helped you, we need to help ourselves. The celebration is just around the corner. We'll see you later, dear. Ophelia, Em, they both stop right in front of the door. Thank you for everything. Of course, this is what families do, Lucette. The two smile at me one last time before they exit the room. I stand up and head to the balcony. The cool air is refreshing on my skin.
Father, if you had also been here, tonight would have been perfect. Uh-oh. Lucette? Come in. I come to let you know that everyone has finally arrived. Waltz comes to an abrupt stop when he sees me. He openly stares at me, mouth slightly opened in awe. You know, Waltz, it's very rude to stare. My face warms up. What? Waltz turns his face away, his face deep red. You look beautiful tonight. Thanks. A gentle smile forms on Waltz's lips as he approach. He stops in front of me, gently tracing my cheek with one of his fingers. His touch leaves a trail of warmth on my cool skin. My star is shining brighter tonight. Waltz holds out his hand. May I have this dance, my lady? Oh my god, he's pulling a soloist! Oh my goodness! I cannot help but giggle as I place my hand in his. Before the dance starts, Waltz has suddenly wrapped an arm around my waist. He tilts me downward with a smile. Aww, that's sweet. Waltz draws close to me, his lips pulling me into a mischievous smile. I'm lucky to be the first man to see you tonight, but I don't like this idea of other men seeing you as you are. I'm going to be awfully jealous. I give him a teasing smile. Are you worried that someone else will take me away from you? Not really. Should I be? You know my feelings for you will never change. And you know that I will always love you no matter what. The two of us are frozen in time. I feel I could stand here looking into Waltz's eyes like this forever. I love you, Lucette. I love you too, Waltz. Aww, yay! That was sweet. I like it. This is like, I like this the best. Not because like, for me, my favorite like romance was Karma, but in terms of like writing, this is the best one. Because there's so much character development between all the characters, especially with Lucette and the mother. That's what appealed me with this route the most. It's much easier to sympathize with the characters when they have character development rather than, oh, look at me, I'm just an evil woman, I'm gonna kill everybody, like, you know what I mean? So I really like that. Oh, what the heck is this? Once upon a time in a far, far away land, okay, I didn't read it. She was known as the Ice Princess, named for her frigid heart and unyielding coldness towards her. I can't read any of this! The princess shunned all those who helped her. She was scared to go into the world. She locked herself up in the thing. I don't know. Then one day the Ice Princess became a victim of the Empress Fairytale Curse and forced to go to riches to rags. As the princess struggled to come to terms with her new life, she met a very special man. Two endured strife and helping each other overcome various ordeals. In the end, they emerged victorious. The special man thought the Ice Princess ice-cold heart and dried her dampened spirits. My god. The two vowed to love each other for the rest of time. They lived happily ever after. But what happens after happily ever after? Are you ready to go, Lucette? The heck is this? I'm coming. Whoa. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Now, shall we go? What? Ayo, so I completed all the routes. Okay, before I end this video though, we're gonna take a look at Waltz's bad ending and ruin everything we just saw. Alright. Okay, here's the bad ending. Peter Pan and the Lost Girl. Oh dear. The first thing I see is Mother sitting upon Father's throne. Hello, dearest one. Mother. Somehow she looks even worse than earlier. My gaze is drawn to where Waltz is sitting at Mother's feet. His eyes widen when he notices me. A bright light surrounds his body like a rope, keeping him in place. Waltz! It looks as if he's trying to say something, but his mouth does not budge. It is as if his lips are sewn shut. What have you done to him? Don't worry, Lucette. He is unharmed, but with these bindings, his magic is restricted. I just didn't want to ruin our mother-daughter bonding time, so I sealed his lips. Mother draws her hands through Waltz's hair in a way that reminds me of Mother coddling her child. I clench my fists. Let him go. Mother's eyes flash. She could hurt him so easily if I anger her. I'm here now, so let him go. I think I shall keep him where he is until your side of the agreement is completed, dearest one. I can only manage to glare at her. Oh, my darling, don't look at me like that. Don't you want things to be how they were? We were so happy when we were together. I shake my head at her. That wasn't happiness. You kept me from happiness. And when I finally did find happiness, you took it away. Having friends, being loved by Father. I could have had all those things if it weren't for you. Even now, you would take Waltz from me. Mother rests her chin on her palm of her hand, expression as cold as ice. This boy makes you happier than I do? You would choose him over me? I am not looking at Mother when I answer. Instead, I direct my attention to Waltz, who is shaking his head at me. My only apology to him is a silent frown. Yes, I meet Mother's gaze at last. Tell me what I must do to save him. The silence in the throne room is deafening, and I'm resolute. No matter what happens, Waltz must live. Whoa. Mother raises her hands into her chest, and a moment later, a silver crystal begins to form, floating above the palm of her hands. The crystal light is dim, its surface is clouded, but I know exactly what it is. The crystalline tenebrium. It looks so much smaller than it was before. Mother walks towards me, a gentle smile on her face. Come, darling. Raise your hands to the tenebrium. I falter for an instant. If you take my powers from me, will I die? I will be very careful, Lucette. Oh no, she's gonna die, isn't she? Since you are offering your powers willingly, no harm shall come to you. Mother's smile is so sweet, her voice is reassuring. Don't do this, Lucette! Waltz, your voice? If she takes away your powers, you'll be nothing but an empty shell. Mother slaps Waltz before he can say anything else. He falls to his side, his body is still incapable of movement. Waltz! While I am unimpressed that you managed to break that spell, I am confident that you will not be able to break your bindings. Mother lets out an exasperated sigh. My patience is running out. Lucette, if you do not give me what I want, then I will have to force it from you. I see Mother flicker her hands and cast a spell. I'm about to move, but I am too late. Her spell collides with my body. I feel expectant pain, and I'm surprised by the sudden lightness that overtakes me. Soon my eyes grow heavy and my knees buckle, causing me to fall to the floor. I feel light as air. Lucette! I continue to lay there on the floor, unmoving as Mother strides towards me. Don't worry, little one, your nightmares will be over soon. Her face is the last thing I see before I am consumed by an endless darkness. Are we dead? Have you done as I commanded? Yes. Oh! No! That is messed up! What? I can't hear you, Waltz. Yes, my queen. This pettiness is unlike you, Waltz. I expected more. If you do not like working for me, you can simply say no. I will not force you to continue here against your will. You have served me well these past few months, after all. You know full well why I'm still here. You are still so unraptured with my daughter. But I do not blame you. I think she's lovelier now than she ever was before. She does not talk back. She does not rebel. She does everything I tell her to. She is far more obedient this way. I prefer it. Don't you agree, Lucette? Yes. I hate her like this. Of course you would think so. Oh, but she isn't dead. Isn't that why you continue to stay here? Out of some desperate hope that you will be able to break her out of this spell and return her to the way she was? How foolish. I must have assured you that there's no way to reverse the spell. If Lucette had been a good girl and done what she is told in the first place, she would not be like this. Indeed, because you interrupted the initial process, there is no way for me to restore the powers without taking Lucette's spirit. In a way, you made her like this, Waltz. She sacrificed herself for you. You have no one to blame but yourself. Stop it. You didn't have to do this. You didn't have to hurt her. Don't you love her? Deeply, as truly as any mother should love her daughter. It is a shame that you cannot recognize that, Waltz. I have only acted for the benefit of all witches. One day you will accept that. I knew Lucette already has. Am I right, Lucette? Yes, Mother. That's so cruel, dude! That's the first ending where it's Lucette is the one who's essentially dead because she has no soul anymore. So it's like Waltz's fault because what the mother was saying, he interrupted her while she was doing the spell and whatever, so it wasn't meant, the mother wasn't going to kill her, but since Waltz interrupted her, it essentially did kill her. Dang, that's so cruel. And once again, first ending where Lucette was the one who who perished rather than the romance interest. Anyway, guys, I guess this comes to the end of Cinderella Phenomenon. We've officially finished this game. So the next time you guys see me on Otome Wednesdays, I'm gonna be playing another game. Please let me know in the comments what you guys thought about Waltz's ending. Both endings, good and bad, or the overall story of his route. Please let me know, who is your favorite story so far? Personally, I like Karma the best, but I like Waltz's story the best. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the companion. And if you'd like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. You get early access to videos for Patreon only, the Discord server to come talk to me, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Or you can support the channel for free with gawkbox.com/AGirlAndAGame. All you have to do is make an account, open it up on mobile or tablet, play the games, download the games that you see on my page, and you donate real money to the channel, which will help me continue making videos like this and continue the channel overall. So yeah, I'm really glad that the developers Daisuke reached out to me last year to try out their game. I want to be able to play this wonderful otome game, which is free, might I add. It's not very stereotypical, which I have a lot of problems with a lot of otome games, where the protagonist is always like in trouble. She's like, I need help, please save me, and whatever. Lucett's not like that. She can fight for herself if she wants to, and that's what I really like. And each of the routes are very different and have a very different impact and different story with Lucette. It's not like all the same, and the villain isn't always the mother, so that's what I really like, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, please let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! How careless would it be to get carried away, Lo? What the- Mariko, this is not the time! No, not coming on to me at all. Shit, now I'm staring. But he clearly finds this entertaining. He found his tongue wandering inside her mouth, exploring slowly as she- I'm sorry, let me do that again. He found his tongue wandering in her